Welcome to another episode of the Nintendo Powercast. This is NPC Live, and I have a very special guest, the returning champion, the returning hero. HateXero, what's up, baby?
Hey, what is going on, man? And what is up, NPC fam? It's your boy, HateXero, your hero.
Oh my goodness, it's been way too long since I've heard that.
I didn't even know if I could remember how to do it.
You jump in, you're like, yo, it's Hate coming at you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was Crawler. So we've been chatting a little bit here and there. Life has gotten busy for you. That's for sure. But what's interesting is I was literally thinking about you this morning, and then I started making my breakfast, and then you text me, and I was like, well, I think this was supposed to happen today. Look at that. Servant says it's our hero. So
I'm here in the flesh.
There you go. So the topic has been chosen by the community, which was top 10 Nintendo games, but only from each genre. Right?
Okay. That's fair.
So this is we got to say what's up to Becca, what's up Nate, what's up Servant. This is going to be like something I've never done before, okay? So this is going to be interesting. We're going to start with a little tale, okay? It goes like this. Once upon a time, in a world where Nintendo games reigned supreme, there were two avid gamers named HateXero and N64 Josh. They were inseparable friends, bonded by their shared love for all things Nintendo. From the Mushroom Kingdom to Hyrule, they'd conquered countless adventures together. One sunny day, as HateXero and N64 Josh sat on the couch contemplating their next gaming conquest, an idea struck them like a bolt of lightning. Why don't we take our gaming escapades to the open waters? Exclaimed HateXero, eyes sparkling with excitement. N64 Josh's face lit up with delight. Brilliant idea. We shall embark on a legendary boating trip, sailing the seas with our treasured Nintendo games by our side. And so, the ambitious plan was set in motion. HateXero and N64 Josh prepared for their gaming voyage like no others had before. They packed their trusty boat with an unimaginable assortment of Nintendo games, their collection rivaling that of a game store's inventory. The boat, adorned with giant posters of Mario, Link, and Pikachu, was a sight to behold. It seemed as if the spirit of Nintendo itself was cruising along with them. The friends stood at the helm, grinning from ear to ear, ready to set sail on their extraordinary gaming odyssey. As they ventured into the vast blue expanse, the sea breeze... Well, it says it blew through their hair, but it's just because the AI doesn't know.
Hey,
blew through Josh's
beard hair, right?
Yeah, there
It
we
can be
go.
beard.
And the salty air filled their lungs. They couldn't contain their excitement as they swapped stories about their favorite games, debated the best Mario power-ups, and relished in the nostalgic tales of their first Pokemon adventures. But just as joy reached its peak, a sudden rumble shook the boat. The vessel began to tilt precariously, threatening to capsize. Panic ensued as HateXero and N64 Josh clung to the sides, desperately trying to maintain their balance. What is happening? Shouted HateXero, his voice tinged with worry. N64 Josh's eyes widened as he spotted the source of the chaos. It's a giant wave! Brace yourselves! With a thunderous crash, a colossal wave engulfed their boat, tossing their precious cargo of Nintendo games into the churning depths below. The boat teetered, caught in the grip of the tumultuous sea. HateXero, our games, N64 Josh cried, his voice filled with equal parts anguish and determination. We can't let them sink. They're like family. HateXero nodded, his determination matching that of his friend. You're right. We must save as many as we can. Nintendo games are part of our souls. Together, they dove into the treacherous waters, frantically swimming to rescue their beloved games. They formed a human chain, passing games back to the boat as the turbulent waves crashed around them. The scene was comical, with HateXero's glasses fogging up from the water and N64 Josh struggling to keep his baggy pants afloat. But their determination and love for Nintendo fueled their efforts. There's the shades. With each passing moment, they managed to save some games from the clutches of the ocean. Super Mario Odyssey? Check. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Safe and sound. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Rescued. But as the waves grew fiercer, they realized the grim truth. They could only save a fraction of their cherished collection. They huddled together, their faces filled with a mix of determination and sadness. We have to make the toughest gaming decision of our lives, HateXero said. His voice had a hint of humor despite the gravity of the situation. Which games stay and which games go? N64 Josh scratched his head, pondering the predicament they found themselves in. Well, HateXero, we have to prioritize the classics, timeless gems that have shaped our gaming experience. HateXero nodded in agreement. Absolutely. Let's start with Super Mario Brothers, The Legend of Zelda. They're the foundation of Nintendo greatness. They realized that as they were sitting in their raft, they could only keep 10 games. Otherwise, the raft would fill with water and all would be lost. And now we pick up live from the seas, deciding which games we can take with us to wherever we end up, which we can only assume is going to be an island. Hopefully the consoles made it to the life raft. I don't know. Are you ready for the toughest decision of your life? Which games do you throw into the ocean? And which games do you save?
Yeah, let's do it. And I don't know if I can match your enthusiasm there. And that was something, wasn't it?
I told you it's gonna be like nothing you had ever experienced before. So
that was something.
Servant said this sounds like the Wind Waker DLC. It was the beginning of a Link's Awakening, essentially. Okay, if you closed your eyes and pictured it, that's kind of
lightning striking, and
yes,
it was implied. So where do we start? What do you want to? We gonna start platformer, or do you want number one?
Let's start there. Let's start with platformer. We're gonna and chat. You guys can play along. Let us know your platformers as well, but only one So we have a list.
Do we have to agree? Do we have to like fight each other to 10 games
total?
Yeah.
That's a good question, chat. Do you guys want 10 games total, or can we each have 10? Okay.
This raft is looking pretty shoddy if Nintendo games are going to make or break us. So
yeah, and imagine it's all DS games. Oh, they say 10 total. 10 total. Wow, that is rough. Okay. We're gonna be. Hopefully, we survive this.
I think with platformers, we immediately already disagree. So we're going to have to really make an argument for our case. So
okay. All right. A few caveats.
Okay.
We are still within decent cell service, so we have a hotspot, or the deserted island we land on still has Wi-Fi of some kind. Shout out to Starlink. So keep that in mind with your
So my Morpig, my MMO RPG, I'm good to go, right?
You're great there. So okay, well, I mean, you can start us off with what would be. What is going to be the great debate for the platformer we must take with us?
Well, I'm going Mario 3.
Mario 3.
I think Mario 3. Well, are we talking 2D or 3D platformer, or is it all platformers? Because that really throws a wrench in everything.
So I'll look at our list again, but I think so. This is the list. It says, here we go. Platformer, shooter, third-person action adventure. So that would technically be anything from Mario 64 to Zelda. Okay. Racing, fighting, RTS, RPG, hack and slash, indie, and a party game.
Okay. So then yeah, for platformer, I'm sticking with Mario 3. You know, my argument for it is I think that is Super Mario World is what I'm assuming you're going to go with, and it's a fantastic game. But the argument I used in our episode 168 was that the power ups in Mario 3 are much better. The big world, the mystery of hitting the big world, the dark worlds when you hit World 9, was it, or at World 8?
Yep.
There's so much mystique and Mario charm to it. And then, the Tanuki suit. How do you beat that?
Okay. So I'm going to throw a curveball at you. I'm going to say this. If you pick Mario 3, it has to be the Game Boy Advance version.
Okay. So then I really have to choose.
Then you got to take all the
Mario
e-reader
Advance
cards.
4 or something.
Yeah,
because it's
exactly. Now the question is, do we have Nintendo Switch Online? Because those games are all included. And then the chat's going to be like, Yeah, okay.
That's cheating.
So my monkey wrench is this. I would probably go with Mario Maker 2 because we could recreate all of World, all of 3, and have millions of games to download. Chat is saying absolutely not. Stop, or millions of levels to download. Right?
Yeah.
So
that's a smart choice. I don't know. To me, yeah, I guess you could replace any of them with Mario Maker, but it feels cheating. It feels cheating.
It feels like cheating. Well, okay. The chat hated me for this one too, but I chose Mario All-Stars plus World because it's technically one cart.
Okay. I mean, that feels like cheating too. I feel like, I mean, hey, you know what? If you're doing the desert island, you want the biggest bang for your buck, right? I understand what you're trying to do.
They say, chat says no compilation.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to decide. How do we decide? Since we don't agree on this one,
we have to make our case. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Do we let chat vote? Do we?
Well, what is your pick? What would your pick be?
Well, I mean, Mario Maker gives us hours of game. Like, if you want to recreate multiple worlds, you want to download, tons of levels. Like, it's never getting old. Short of speed running.
What if this island doesn't have Wi-Fi for downloads like that? What if it only has Wi-Fi for MMOs?
Okay. Chat says I love to live in the gray area.
Yeah, he does.
Or do we just say legit no Wi-Fi?
I mean, we could do that because none of the genres required it, right?
It's no Wi-Fi island. That's what they're saying. Oh my
no
goodness.
Wi-Fi island.
Okay,
yeah, makes sense.
Well,
so now what do you choose? The like 100 built-in levels in Mario Maker 2 are pretty solid. They were fun. They were a ton of fun.
Yeah, but if we have the Game Boy Advance game, and for some reason beforehand we had swiped all of the e-reader cards and unlocked the second set of, that's a bigger game. I mean, that's one of your biggest 2D Mario games with arguably the best power-ups, and I think the cape is even in that version of the game on those extra levels. I'd have to, maybe chat can confirm, but I believe that is the case. So I will say 3. I will cave on that one. Like,
okay.
I think it's a solid choice.
Okay.
And we could speed run. We could race each other. Who can beat the game
that makes
faster.
it even more fun when we inevitably tire of just beating it regular.
Yeah. So there you go. Mario 3 for our. I mean, we
got one.
We just went there. We just went all the way back to the NES. Like,
yeah.
We not even the SNES, not even any of the new Super Mario Brothers games. Nothing. Just
we're old, bro. What do you expect? What do you expect?
Ganthet over on TikTok says the island only gets Wi-Fi on every second Tuesday. So
There you go.
there you go.
There you go.
Okay, well, let's see. The next was, I believe, a shooter.
Shooter. Maybe you go first on this one.
So no Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi, which sucks for shooters, doesn't it? But we'll
What are we saying this is first party, maybe second party?
I think it just needs to be on Nintendo, right? It doesn't have to be first party necessarily.
Because
right?
if we're saying shooters on Nintendo, it's gonna be a toss up for me, I believe, between Time Splitters 2 on GameCube or Perfect Dark on the N64. Because we have Meat Sims, or the simulants, so you and I can play. We don't have to just versus each other the entire time.
Perfect Dark's a great answer. Time Splitters is good. I was thinking, I didn't even think of the multiplayer, so I was thinking, for me, my two tops would probably be Prime and GoldenEye, just for the nostalgia there. But
Prime 2 has multiplayer.
Yeah. So but Perfect Dark kind of scratches that GoldenEye itch a little bit.
And so does Time Splitters, because it's all the devs it was all the good devs from Rare went over and made Free Radical, I believe it was. So chat, we want to hear from you guys. What would you guys choose as your shooter? And remember, Splatoon is virtually useless.
Yeah. Doesn't Splatoon 2 have a limited story now?
Splatoon
or 3 have a limited story?
It has somewhat. And I guess they would probably tell us we can't have the Prime trilogy on Wii, even though it's one disc.
No compilations, they said.
Come on.
No compilations.
My concern is the analog stick on the 64 controller. How long are they gonna last?
I think our boat's full of 64 controllers and consoles. Okay. That's why we can only do the
take 10 games. Okay, got it.
We're at max capacity. So don't worry about that.
So chat is saying Perfect Dark or GoldenEye. Chrissy's saying Prime. I feel like with Perfect Dark we can play it for we could just play forever.
Yeah, and it's got a fun single player.
And co-op single player, if I remember correctly.
Did it, man?
It kind of had it all. There were tough challenges to do cooperatively and multiplayer. Plus, okay.
I can support Perfect Dark.
I can too. Okay. All right. So Mario 3 and Perfect Dark so far.
We're getting there.
Next up is a third-person action adventure. This is everything from Ocarina to Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, this is such a terrible wide genre.
I just want you to picture the amount of games that we're holding in this genre that are all gonna sink. We have to throw them in the water.
Even obscure ones, I'm thinking Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes on GameCube.
Oh, right. Yes.
Man. Well, I'll say this. Tears of the Kingdom, I haven't beat it yet, but it's a perfect game. It seems everything they've added, it's at least 2 times the size. I don't know if I could realistically say it's 3 times bigger than Breath of the Wild, but it's at least over double. That's a amazing pick that you could go back to and sink thousands of hours into that with the build and everything. So that's a good choice. But boy, does Ocarina have my heart.
Yeah, it does.
So man, and we got Sunshine, we got Odyssey, we got Galaxy that we would have to leave behind. This is the worst possible genre.
The amount of tears that are gonna go, they're gonna fill our butt. We're gonna have to get rid of more games after we toss all of these into the ocean.
Yeah, because I love Sunshine. That's high on my list. Really loved Odyssey. Boy, oh boy.
We need to take a quick side note.
Yeah.
I want to know the weirdest thing you've made in Tears of the Kingdom.
The weirdest thing?
Or like, have you gotten creative with anything?
Oh, I don't. I mean, I've kind of purpose built everything to try to accomplish my tasks, and they've been silly. But I've been making a lot of dumb hovercraft things, but I haven't made anything silly that is not purpose built yet, if that makes sense.
So I spent an hour. We're gonna take a little breather here for just a second, and I'm gonna show you. So I'm doing the water stuff right now, like you got to deal with the sludge or whatever, right?
Yeah, the Splatoon stuff.
Yeah, and so I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be doing, something a certain way, but I'm not doing it correctly.
I think you are incorrect there. I don't think there is an intended way to do it. I think the beauty of this game is no two people are ever going to have the same experience. Or at least I'm saying that because otherwise I'm doing everything completely wrong.
So based on what Crawler told me,
Crawler's always wrong.
That means fair. Based on what Crawler told me, I did not do this right. And I'll let you know, this is 3 minutes here.
Okay.
So you're going to notice I have a little craft here. Okay. This craft consists of 2 platforms and 2 torches on each end, a bunch of batteries. Now, you're probably wondering, why isn't that middle torch fired up? Well, I put a cart upside down on the other platform because I found out after multiple times of trying this that the balloons are going to burn out. Okay, so if you guys are only watching, if you're only listening, you're not seeing this. I'll try to describe it. But so I'm trying to get up there, right? And I'm being stubborn and doing it not according to the game, apparently, from what I've been told. Like, I'm going to get up there and I'm going to be lacking something I need.
I understand. Yeah, Crawler's right in this case.
Okay. Oh, wow. I better clip that. So I got, so you're going to see you get so far and then the fire burns the balloons. You can't go any higher. So I was like, but then your battery's also dead. So then the rocket wouldn't work off my shield. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to put a cart that's not connected to the platform so it doesn't touch my balloon. And then I can fly twice as far this way.
Yeah.
So it actually looks kind of cool when they finally start to flash.
Yeah, because it'll break away.
Yeah, so here you go.
You basically made your own space shuttle launch.
Yeah, it's like a two-stage rocket, essentially. So as you can see, I'm starting to separate now from the platform because I'm supposed to be there it goes. There it goes. And
that's awesome.
But that's the beauty of this game is like and so if we take this game to the island, I'm gonna be like, yo, what, like we could literally just play Lego.
Yeah, there's no limit. There's no limit to what you can create.
Yeah. But now, where does Minecraft fall into any of these categories for us? And
probably. I mean, it'd probably be in the
third-person action adventure.
Most likely from the categories listed, yeah, I would say so. But it never rated very high on my list. I think we were going back to the being old thing. I think we were too old by the time Minecraft came out. Like it never stuck with me. But yeah, to circle back, Crawler was correct. I think I don't want to say you did it wrong though, because hey, you accomplished the goal, right? But you definitely are skipping a required or intended thing for the rest of that time. So
yeah, which it's I hear it's easy to get back up there once you do it correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. At least I got my stubborn my stubborn goal accomplished.
Hey, I think that's one of the beauties of the game. You see something and you're like, how the heck am I going to get there? And then you figure it out. Some people may do it and everyone's going to do it completely differently, which is super fun.
Oh, Gantha says, don't forget the TVs you're going to need. Well, they're we have the CRTs in the life raft. So we're
got
good.
them all.
Yeah.
We've got them all. We've got some plasmas too, to just in case we pick a GameCube game. We're good.
Yes.
We're legit.
Well, we have the Trinitron.
Yeah. The flat
yes,
CRT.
The flat CRT.
500 pounds.
Woo, those things. Yeah. Yeah. I think I've told that story on here where Jen was pregnant when I had to lift that thing by myself onto my entertainment center. I was like, woo, that was not.
Those things are no joke. Like a 32-inch weighs, no kidding, at least like 180 pounds. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah. Rust Belt says, the beautiful man HateXero. There we go. Misses seeing our beautiful faces together. We're glad to see you, my friend.
Yes.
So, okay. So, I mean, let's just do a quick top three. A quick top three for this because there's so many. Right?
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom, no question. I by the time you're finding all the Koroks, we could literally have.
I'll ever find all of them.
Yeah, we could literally have build offs. The only problem with this game is if we only have one Switch, there's only one save file.
Maybe
we have two. Maybe the Switch Lite made it also.
I think we have lots of consoles. We've got tons. We have redundant consoles in case they die. We've got redundant controllers for the stick drift. I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I have 3 Wii U's sitting next to me right now in real life. So yeah, that makes sense.
We're good. We're good.
That's on point.
Yeah, so Tears of the Kingdom, I think, is definitely on the list. I think there's no need to put Breath of the Wild on the list because Tears of the Kingdom just improved upon everything from Breath of the Wild. So I think that's a no-brainer. From there, where the heck do you go? We have to put a Mario in just the consideration. I think ultimately we're probably going to pick Tears of the Kingdom begrudgingly, but
I think so too.
But yeah, you have to consider a Mario, right? Like you gotta. Odyssey probably. Odyssey was big. It was fun. There's tons of the stars to get, or not stars. What are they? Moons. Yeah. So I think that's got to be on the list. And then I mean, my personal it's not making it onto the boat, but I'm going to hold on to it while I'm sitting on the door, and I'm going to tell it, I'll never let go, Ocarina of Time. I'll never let go. But eventually, cut to the next scene, I'm letting go, I think.
Well, I foresee us like seeing the island, and we start taking on more water, and I'm like, we have 11 games. Let me see your pockets. And as the water washes over your jeans, I can see the outline of Ocarina of Time. Or worse, you're like, it's only the DS game. Like, why can't I keep this?
Yeah, I'll stick it under my tongue. You won't even know I have it.
Okay, so I think it's Tears.
Yeah. I can't argue against it.
Okay, so Mario 3, and we got a Mario game.
Yeah, we did. A great one.
Yeah.
Fantastic one.
Perfect Dark. So we've got an
Fantastic.
NES, we've got a 64 title. We've got Tears, which is our first Switch title. So
Okay.
let's see what's next from our list here. Looks like racing.
Well, this will be fun.
Oh no. Why do I think it's gonna be Diddy Kong versus Mario
It's
Kart 8?
gonna be Diddy Kong, baby.
No way.
It's gonna be Diddy Kong. There's hovercrafts.
Okay.
There's boss battles.
We're going
There's an
immediately.
airplane.
He's not even.
There's the open world. Like, there's collectibles in there. I think, it is a crying shame we haven't gotten a proper Diddy Kong racing sequel. Crying shame.
This is gonna be so tough. How is there another way? Can Mario Kart be a party game, and then we can give both of them that way?
I mean, you could. It's party game ish, right? I know ultimately we're gonna end up picking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's, but
I mean, I really like Diddy Kong. Like it's not it's not that it wasn't. It's not like a Mario Kart or Diddy Kong. I just always liked Mario more. But
sure.
I had a great and I mean.
Picture this. Let me paint a picture for you, okay? Let me paint a picture for you.
Here we go. Paint this picture.
I'm sitting in my room. It's Christmas. I get Diddy Kong Racing as my Christmas present that year, and I get a copy of Usher's CD. I forget what his second CD was titled. It might have just been no, it wasn't self-titled, but it had the "You Make Me Wanna" on it, and I'm blasting that on repeat, and I'm finding these balloons in Diddy Kong and the secret areas, and man, they call me USHERRAYMOND. That's what I'm saying. So picture that, okay? And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is an objectively better game, no doubt about it. It's got tons of courses.
Yep.
But I wasn't listening to Usher up in my room, sitting crisscross applesauce in front of my CRT.
Okay. So there's a I mean, we have to take into account the friendship here and the nostalgic pull, right? Like there may be some give and take as we get to games, and I cannot think of a greater sacrifice I could make for my friend than throwing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe out of the boat and watching that sink. Like
that's the most played game of your life, probably, right? Like you probably put more hours than that than you did in Destiny or anything else.
I think Destiny was like 13 or 1400, before the sequel, like just the first game. I think Mario Kart is probably at 800 on my Switch, and I'm not sure about the Wii U, so it's definitely close. Now, Perfect Dark, I wasn't always playing, but it was always running, and I had 32 days of game time on that one. So before my kids erased it. So
short stint. Yeah, I mean, I think Diddy Kong's a ton of fun. I would be very, very happy with it.
Okay, Diddy Kong it is.
Yes.
Diddy Kong it is.
We got it, fam. We did it.
The problem is I can't put Mario Kart under my tongue because it tastes so bad. So
maybe you could put the Wii U in,
maybe I could I'll tie one of the controllers around the disc and let it just like drag behind us. Maybe
there you go. There you go.
I mean, that's the other thing. The disc is useful as well, like for helping get all those troubled areas with your suntan. Like,
oh yeah, there you go. We could hold them up. Yeah, that is true.
Okay, wow! I can't believe this just happened. This is a testament This is a testament of our friendship right here. Like the amount of tears. Oh,
That's a big one.
that was big. It was. It was. Okay. But I mean, we got time trials on there. So I'm still,
Yeah.
that's I'm good.
And
I'm
you
good.
have different vehicles to master.
That's true. And
You know,
the
there's those.
multiplayer is a lot of fun, shooting the
Mm-hmm.
missiles and stuff. Like
Oh yeah,
it's
the
a good
power
time.
ups and stuff are super good in that game.
Yeah. Okay. Fighting game.
Yeah, I mean, is there anything to talk about here? What else is there besides Smash in the Nintendo world?
Street Fighter.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we did say they don't have to be exclusives, right? So
Killer Instinct.
Mortal Kombat,
Mortal Kombat.
although that was the worst way to play it.
The first game, yes. Second game, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Evan over on YouTube said Mario Kart is always ruining friendships. So
That's true.
it might
That's
save
true.
us in the long run by not having
That's true.
having
Well, if you're going
Mario
to be
Kart.
stuck on a desert island with someone indefinitely, we don't know how long we're going to be there. You might not want Mario Kart.
This could be true. Not if you
uh,
need to work together for anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, very true.
So, I mean, obviously Smash Ultimate's the
Yeah.
the biggest one with the most amount of characters, right? You've got Snake, which scratches a little bit of an itch for you.
There we go. Okay.
So
Yeah.
there is that right there. But I mean, did you play many fighting games growing? Like, what was Street Fighter or Killer
Oh yeah,
Instinct or
Street
Mortal
Fighter
Kombat?
2 Turbo. Played the heck out of that on the SNES or SNES. I think, didn't we get negative feedback once upon a time for saying SNES or something? People didn't like that.
Bros.
Oh, bros. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
bros.
should be saying brothers.
Nails on the chalkboard.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I played a ton of Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Okay, me too.
You know, when Fei Long got introduced, and I guess he's no longer in because the Bruce Lee family doesn't like the likeness without compensation. So, but yeah, that was a ton of fun. Played it with buddies at my house. Went over to other people's houses and played. Same with the Mortal Kombats. And this was pre-internet, so you had to either in a magazine learn the fatalities, or someone's like, "Hey, have you seen this fatality?" And they'd bust out. You're like, "Oh my gosh, I've never seen that one. How did you do it?" And they won't tell you because it's their secret. So
keeping the fatalities.
Yeah, for sure. And so a lot of fun memories there, but none of those are as complete of a game as Smash Ultimate.
There's a factor though. We've been what did the story say? Like that we've been on countless gaming adventures, and the games are part of our soul.
Mm-hmm.
A factor is which one are you the best at? So that because if we would want to keep it competitive, and
okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm not doing nairs and back airs and
I mean, of course, I could train you. That could be a whole thing.
Yeah.
Like we could,
we could
cut
do
me,
a Karate
Mick.
Tig,
You gotta
Karate
cut
Kid
me.
montage. Of those, the one I was ever best at was Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Definitely, that was the only one I was even, I would say decent at. Like I could win at Mortal Kombat, but I didn't play any of them as much as I played Street Fighter 2.
Okay. So I would say if we're going to go that route with like the Super Nintendo, I would say Super Street Fighter 2 is the route to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The most characters.
Yep.
I can't believe I'm picking it over Smash, but
I can't believe you're picking it over Smash either.
We gotta. I mean, again, we don't have to. It doesn't have to. Final answer. It doesn't have to be said just yet. But like, you've played enough Smash. Like, could you play Street Fighter longer than you could play Smash?
Um, could I play Street Fighter longer than I could play Smash? I mean, I don't know going forward. I can tell you I have played Street Fighter more than I've played Smash,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I think if I got competitive at either of them and was stuck on a desert island and had the opportunity to, I think I could have fun playing either one.
Ryu and Ken also in Smash, and they play similar to the Street Fighter characters.
Yeah,
So we could actually play, like, we could do Dittos or Ryo versus Ken on their, like, on
yeah,
Ryu's stage and still play Street Fighter. So
yeah.
maybe it is Smash.
I
And
I
it's got
think
spirits. If you want to be able to do single player stuff,
yeah,
there's,
and that was pretty fun. I did play a good chunk of the spirit stuff. So
okay. So
I
Smash
think
Ultimate.
Smash is probably Smash Ultimate's probably the route to go.
Okay. All right. We get a hand. I mean, we also get some Tekken characters in there that play similar. We get,
Mhm.
was that King of Fighters that Terry was from? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Somebody can remind me. But the only thing that's lacking is Mortal Kombat and of course Killer Instinct. But okay. All right. So we got our fighting game.
Okay.
We got our fighting game now. Another Switch title, 2 Switch titles, and they take up such small space. I feel like we should be able to get a little pass.
We're really at max capacity at this boat. Like
That's
every time we move, we take in a little bit of water.
A little bit. Okay. Got it.
So
Got it. Okay. So RTS.
is
And
Pikmin in RTS?
I
I think
It's
it kind of in that genre.
it somewhat is. I think Fire Emblem also,
Oh yeah. Okay.
right? If you want to get like, I think Ogre Battle and like some of those, I think, wasn't Command and Conquer even on like 64 or something like that? Do you recall? Like,
I know it was on the PlayStation, so
okay.
it probably was ported onto the
Oh,
the
Mario
64.
plus Rabbids. There's another, like,
Oh man, yeah.
that's another one too. And there's
And I think we're
multiplayer with
probably
that.
upsetting people because none of these are, except for Command and Conquer, none of these are like true real-time strategy games.
Right.
But so I'm sure we're upsetting somebody. But
Well, I was going to
they're
say
close.
Halo Wars when,
Yeah.
like, if this was going to be more than just Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
Like, Halo Wars was going to be my pick for this. So,
Yeah. I'm gonna say Pikmin 2. And specifically 2 and not 3 because can I say Pikmin 4 because then I can have a new game right before we crash land? Or
I mean, we plan this trip for early
next
August.
month?
So,
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're good.
So we're
Pikmin
golden.
4.
Yeah.
I could just gamble on it being awesome.
Pikmin 4. Okay.
No, I'll say Pikmin 2. Pikmin 3 was fantastic, but I felt like it was really short. I feel like it was I mean, they're all relatively short, but I feel like it was shorter and just not as complete of a game as Pikmin 2 was. I feel like Pikmin 2 was the peak. So
Okay.
Probably my initial thoughts vote.
Is there multiplayer?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay.
I don't think so.
I don't have a major pull to like any of these.
Maybe it had, because it was a GameCube game and they had, or maybe it had multiplayer.
But we could speed run it still. We could make anything multiplayer.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
anything turns into multiplayer. So I'll throw, like, if we say Fire Emblem, there are characters that like, you could have your playthrough each time would be completely different, especially on hardcore.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily have like a big pull to that series. I just know, I know they're It might be a little truer to RTS versus, but even that, it's more of a like just a kind of an action strategy or something. I don't even know the exact term for.
Yeah, they have a specific genre for those games. It's
Oh, and we haven't even said Advance Wars.
oh yeah, Advance Wars.
But wait, does that mean we can't take the Switch game because it's 1 and 2? Like,
Yes, it is a it is a compilation. No compilations, Josh.
no compilations. Okay. I think because I don't have a major pull to any of these, I will let you decide which one you want, and I'll just take your word for it. And
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if Pikmin counts, I think it's real time strategy ish. So I'm gonna say Pikmin 2.
okay. You can tweet at us, guys, and be angry if you want, or hit us. Hit us up the Discord, the comment section on YouTube, whatever. Let us know how poor we are doing at this.
How miserable our desert island experience is gonna be.
Yeah, yeah. So next up is RPG, and I know through the power of friendship what you are going to choose.
I don't even know which one I'm gonna choose yet.
By the power of friendship, you have no
Oh,
idea.
I think so probably Earthbound would be my
Don't forget me. Come on.
yeah, no. Yeah. I won't be. And does this mean all of our games are unpatched, or are they? Because if they're unpatched, then we would be getting "Don't Forget Me" if we went with Xenoblade.
So Nate's asking the question that's always been debated. Wouldn't
Yeah.
Zelda be an RPG also?
Um. There, I I think it's more of an action adventure game. I because they lock you out of the role playing elements. So like you do level up, but it's behind the scenes. You get stronger, but it's not. You can't put points into strength. So I think Zelda is not your traditional role playing game in that sense. So
That's kind
Super
of what.
Mario RPG, that's a good one. The
Okay,
Paper Marios,
I'm
the
gonna throw a
Paper
few
Marios,
out.
yeah.
Skyrim.
Ooh, okay, yeah,
Xenoblade. Any of them?
yeah.
Um, Octopath Traveler
Mm,
is
really good.
another one, and then the
Mhm.
Triangle Strategy is probably an RTS. Also.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoopsie.
yeah. You're right. Probably.
It's all right. We chose Pikmin. Leave us alone.
uh, yeah. I mean, the Pokemons are kind of RPGs,
JRPGs.
right?
Yeah.
So they're like RPG lights. The elitists are gonna be like, that's not my RPG,
Mm-hmm.
but they're role playing games. So yeah, it's a tough one. Do you
Nate
have
said
any
Zelda
preferences?
Zelda isn't very actiony, but you cook and all that. I mean, there's that
Yeah,
element to it, like
yeah.
collecting. I the reason I don't usually consider the Legend of Zelda games like very RPG ish is because of the lack of leveling up.
hmm
That's where that's you're not gaining levels and gaining experience, and then you're getting
And then picking
hearts.
where you use that experience. Yeah, but now you use those for hearts or stamina.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we already picked it though. We already picked Tears of the King. I'm not picking Breath of the Wild too. There's no reason to have both.
I'm a little. We may have to. I don't know. We may have to mix things up a little bit with. I have a game I could throw in the mix, but
Yeah.
because we have hack and slash indie and party game, but I think I want to get sports games in there.
Hmm.
And then I think I want to do a feel good instead of indie, like because
Oh, but I have the perfect indie. You already. Oh, I could still do it for feel good. It's all good.
yeah, okay, all
Okay.
right, all right.
I
So okay, RPG. I think one that we could play over and over and over again is Skyrim. Like different characters, different like massive levels. It looks like crud on the Switch, but we can still do it.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would love to have Earthbound. I would love to have Pokemon Red or Yellow. Um, but Skyrim we could probably sink the most time into objectively. So that's. I mean, people have been playing it since the beginning of video games. So
Crawler over on TikTok says, "Oh snap!" He didn't say snap. It's my hero. And Ganthet, thank you for all the gifts. I appreciate it over there. So, but I mean, also like Servant saying Chrono Trigger,
yeah,
right? You've got Final Fantasy games,
yes, you do.
Dragon Quest.
Yeah, there's so many. There's a lot. It's a lot.
But I don't know. I think for me it's Skyrim. I think it would be. I think I could sink the most amount of time with it. Fun fact: my little brother texted me. I mentioned this on the show already, but
Mhm.
he texted me and said he has 350 hours in Skyrim.
Oh wow.
He's not even a
Okay.
gamer, right? He put about 400 hours into Breath of the Wild. Like
Just really liked it, huh?
he's yeah. I think he's starting
Okay.
tears this week. So yeah, probably won't hear from him in a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
He's gonna become a gamer now.
He is. He is.
What
So
about you beat one of the Pokemons, Scarlet or Violet? How did you enjoy that? Or maybe it was Sword or Shield that you beat.
so I have completed Yellow, Let's Go, Eevee,
Let's Go was Let's Go. Pikachu was
Shield,
the
or
more
I'm sorry,
proper one, but
Sword and Violet and Pearl. And they were all great. I just for me, you're gonna pick a new character. You're gonna play pretty much the same game.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, we collect them all. Then what do? We're gonna delete our save file and start over.
I want to change my answer.
Okay.
It's the right answer.
Okay.
And you have to believe me here.
Okay. I'm ready.
Diablo 3 Resurrected.
Stellar choice. Yeah. Nate
We
mentioned
can
Diablo.
co-op it.
Yep. Yeah. Nate mentioned Diablo during the action adventure stuff. So, and co-op.
Mm-hmm. And we can pick different classes. Once we get tired of that, we can learn a new class.
That's true. Okay.
I mean, Skyrim's a similar boat, but we can't co-op, so we'd have to take turns.
Okay. Yeah, let's do. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I'm here for it. So
Okay.
there we go. Okay, so the next I have hack and slash, but that's I mean Diablo already kind of takes that spot anyway.
You can change it to like a beat 'em up because we've got some things to talk about there for sure.
So we have so I have hack and slash indie and party game, and the we could do party slash sports game if we want.
Okay.
Okay, so hack and slash beat 'em up. Want to leave that in there?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What? I think I know.
Yeah, you probably do.
Yeah.
It's Turtles in Time, baby.
Turtles in Time.
Turtles in Time. Do we have to debate it, or are we?
Well, the only thing I'll throw out as a counter is Shredder's Revenge.
Yeah, that was fun.
And there's DLC coming with Yusaki Yojimbo.
Is it coming before we make it to the island?
It says TBA, but maybe there's a random day of internet that updates, and then we can.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that scratches the same itch. So if you really felt strongly for Shredder's Revenge, I'm happy with it. It was a super fun game, very very complete, and feels very much like the Turtles in Time. So
What if we don't tell anybody and we just brought the Cowabunga collection on that?
I know that was going to be my answer if we could do compilations, because how do you go wrong?
Okay, we'll say we're bringing Turtles in Time, but it's really the whole. It's 13 games. Wink.
Yeah, it's that's how we're bringing it. That's the only copy we could find.
Yeah, that's the only my SNES cart just it floated out. It got out of reach. So, okay, fair. Turtles in Time. I mean, before we like put a bow on it, like there's Final Fight.
Mm-hmm.
There's
The Streets of Rage,
Double Dragons,
Oh yeah,
Battletoads,
Battletoads, great.
Super Battletoads, and Double Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget like Batman Returns on the SNES, super
Yeah,
fun.
Shaq Fu.
Yeah, Shaq Fu. Was it Maximum Carnage?
Yeah, that was a
Right?
good one.
Was another one. Crawler said Simpsons. You know.
Oh
so,
yeah. No,
So
X-Men Arcade, classic.
yeah.
Classic. We could play as Nightcrawler, and we could just walk around saying "Crawler coming at you" the whole time. That's a good one.
It is.
But I feel happy with Turtles in Time. I feel
Okay.
happy with it. I mean, unless you want to go a different direction.
No, I'm good. I love that game so much. We would probably have Tuesdays as Turtles Day, and we would just play through like with each character, and then we'd probably speed run, and yeah, it'd be fantastic. Okay, so there we go. We have two left. Now I have indie and party game.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have to we can only just pick two more games, so we just got to decide from the genre. Like they can't be in the genres we've already chosen, right?
Okay.
So you know, we don't even have puzzle games. Now, I personally would like to see the original Animal Crossing, only because it has all those NES games built into it, and it's not
cheating.
A compilation. It's not cheating.
It feels cheaty-ish, but no, it was super fun too, though. And you could spend a lot of time.
Yeah, we both have our own house, right?
We could trade.
Yeah.
That's not a bad option. That could be the party game easily, you know.
Okay.
But I mean, for indie, if we were sticking with indie, I was going to say Celeste. You know, that shouldn't come as a shock to anybody.
No.
But you know, if we're just looking at any two games genres we haven't chosen,
I'm going to throw a few out that are kind of like off the wall. Luigi's Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Albeit probably action adventure, right? Has the best multiplayer like party games that are better than Mario Party. Okay.
I know.
But another party game to keep in mind is Nintendo Land.
Yeah, Nintendo Land was awesome.
But it's only 2 people, and it's way more fun with 4 to 5. So, you know. Oh, Crawler said Hollow Knight, of course.
Yeah. This is where I go back to Crawler always being wrong.
Servant said, do you need AC if you're stuck on an island? Would you not have AC when you're living AC in real life? I mean, okay.
I mean, you know, this is the first, if we're going first Animal Crossing, it wasn't an island, was it?
No, it was just, you just moved out of your parents' house.
Yeah. So, you know, that feels like it fits. That feels like it fits. Yeah, there's a lot left, and you know, we didn't pick a sports game,
right?
I don't know if there's.
What would you choose?
I think, knowing you and I think we could have a ton of fun with aces, you know.
Yes, we could. Yep. I was
I
thinking
think.
either that or Strikers, and it could be all the way
Mm,
back to the GameCube Strikers. So,
yeah.
mhm. Oh, somebody said Wii Sports.
Wii Sports. Yeah.
Oh,
Ken
Bowling on the
Griffey Jr.
Island.
Baseball. Yeah, that was a classic game on the SNES.
NBA Jam or NFL Blitz. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
there's more
Yeah.
than Mario sports games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
I
Madden
played.
2003.
I played a ton of NBA Jam. Was it Tournament Edition?
Oh
The
yes.
TE edition on Super Nintendo.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, yeah, and that one had the cheats that we would never be able to look up. So I don't know how we would, um, but you could play as Bill Clinton. You could unlock Bill Clinton, and they had like some of the mascots.
Yes, that's right. It's so good. Oh, so good. Okay. So Indian party game. We'll stick with the list. So although the physical indie is a little tough to come by.
I know they did Celeste physical.
Right.
There's been some, but
And Cuphead.
oh yeah, Cuphead. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Although just punishingly hard.
Right.
But I have infinite time to get good.
Hunt Down is what Servant is saying.
I didn't even play it.
Ken Griffey Jr. Baseball on the SNES has Home Run Derby. Can't go wrong there. What about the show?
Yeah, I guess. Did that get ported over to the Switch as well?
There's been the last 3 years it's been on there.
Okay.
It's
I
like
mean,
playing Clay Fighter baseball.
Yeah, I bet.
I
don't
literally
know.
played it with my dad, and he was like, I played it on Xbox this last year, and he was like,
Yeah.
I like this version way better.
Yeah, I
That's
could
what
see
he
that.
told me.
I could see that.
Punch Out.
Punch Out.
Oh,
Punch Out. Yeah.
yeah. That's
What
tough.
about Duck Hunt? You got the clay pigeon shooting. That's
true.
a sport.
That's true. We got to have a zapper.
Track and field. We can bust out some track and field.
Yeah, stay.
Our boat has the pad for some reason.
Yep, we brought it all. We were
just no games.
Yeah. If you guys missed the beginning, if you're here live, you missed the beginning. Go back and listen to the beginning of the show. It's an incredible story on why we were out with all of our games on the water. Nate says Bomberman.
Bomberman's fun. It's kind of puzzly too. Well, yeah. I guess it's strategy.
So it's RTS. Great. We missed it.
Well, I don't know that it's RTS, but there's definitely strategy there.
Okay. So, I mean, Celeste we can speed run.
Yeah.
There's like essentially time trials, is there not?
Yeah, they added, and then there's the B-sides they added. So they've got some stuff in there for you.
Okay. I'm cool. I mean, I know it's a special game to you, so
I loved it. Is there any other indies that you really
Castle
loved?
Crashers is on Switch.
Ooh, that was a ton of fun, and one we could very easily play together.
Yeah. But it's also a beat 'em up. Does that matter?
Yeah.
Well, technically, Shredder's Revenge was shown at the Indie World.
I think that's an indie studio, isn't it?
So we could technically pick Turtles in Time and Shredder's Revenge.
I think
that's not a cheat. That's not. They can't. That's legit. This is a legit strategy.
Yeah, and I mean Celeste being an indie, yes, but it's a platformer, right? So you could argue that it should have been in consideration there, but it's an indie.
I'm waiting for Nate to yell at me
for cheating.
Yeah. So what do you think? Shredder's Revenge?
Oh, yeah, I think it's an indie and it's awesome, and we might be able to get the DLC if we get a stroke of luck.
Yes. Okay, Starlink. Here we go. All right. Yeah, we didn't even pick like Star Fox had no chance, but like Star Fox 64, we could have. I feel like we'll have to do this again one day where it's like we have to pick one game from each console.
Ooh, that'd be tough. That'll be fun, but tough.
So the party/sports game, we have one left. If Shredder's Revenge takes the indie.
Okay, I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. So to recap, Mario 3 for our platformer.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect Dark for our shooter.
Yep.
Third person was Tears.
Yep.
Racing was Diddy Kong Racing.
Yep.
That's again testament to our friendship because I've got Mario. I have a Mario Kart tattoo. Smash Ultimate for fighting. Pikmin 2 for the RTS. The RPG was Diablo 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just to make sure, because Diablo 2 is also on Switch.
I didn't play that one. I did play 3 Resurrected. Is 2 a like HD remake or?
I believe it is, yes.
Hmm.
And it's one of those things that I think people that have been way into them love 2.
Yeah.
But
2
don't necessarily love 3 as much.
Yeah, 2's a better game. But I didn't even realize it made it to Switch.
So
let's change it to let's
change
go
it
back
to 2. Okay, we both never played, so we'll have a brand new game on the island.
Oh, I've played 2.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll have a brand new game. Okay,
I just haven't played it on Switch.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the hack and slash was Turtles in Time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the indie is Shredder's Revenge. And they're saying I have to cheat. I don't know. I don't. This feels like I'm being
you push boundaries. That's not. That's good.
So then our party game, sports game, Mario Party, Aces.
Oh man,
Strikers, Nintendo Land, Wii
Mario
Sports, Golf. Mario Golf.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could get the Mario Sports Collection because that is golf, tennis, baseball, soccer, and horseback riding.
Yeah.
And as long as we have 2 copies and 2 DSs, although you could probably share with a DS, so you probably only need the one game. Knowing the DS, that was a thing. So
that was you could do the download play or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good ones there. And the first few Mario parties were just amazing.
Mm-hmm. I know your love for NBA 2K. It's 90% off right now on Switch, so we can purchase it before we leave.
I do love NBA 2K. I do not love it on the Switch. I mean, it's cool that it's there if it's your only option. That's great. But no. Man, on going back to GameCube, I played a ton of NHL Hits.
Yep.
Those were so fun. And I remember having the janky Mad Catz controller that I'd make my friends play with, and I would have the official controller, and such an advantage.
Even though they had turbo buttons?
They did have turbo buttons, but it was so horrible in the hands. So those are really good. Man, that's tough.
We got Blitz. We've got the NBA Street, NFL Street.
Yeah, NBA Jams. Obviously, those are classic. Then we've got Aces. We've got the Mario parties.
So Mario Party definitely ruins friendships when the stars get stolen. So it may be a dangerous choice.
That's true.
It might be a dangerous choice.
Okay. So then we can, and we've got other games we can time trial stuff. We can. So a sports game might be a good thing to have.
It never gets old. If we do NBA Jam or Aces or something, it's always there's competition is always there. You win, I win, you win, I win. Whatever. It goes on forever. It doesn't. You You can't really beat it.
And the biggest complaint we had with Aces was just Nintendo's handling of online.
Wait. We do Animal Crossing because it has baseball, it has golf. I believe it has tennis. I believe it has Punch Out. I think it has the original Legend of Zelda. This isn't a cheat. So it has plenty of sports titles.
Yeah, it has Excite Bike. I know that
it
for
has
sure.
Excite Bike. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that original Animal Crossing was special to me.
Yep. Same here
as well. So I won't be mad at that. I can be happy with that.
If only it had double dribble. That would have been the icing on the cake.
I want was it Bird versus Magic? That's what I want.
Yeah, what was that? Is that what it was? It was
I don't remember the name. It might
Jordan
have just
versus
been
Bird, right?
There was one I thought with Magic first. But maybe not. I know there was a Jordan versus. I thought it was Jordan versus Magic, but
let's see. I'll go.
It was Jordan versus Bird. Such a terrible game. I remember I didn't own that game. I borrowed it from a friend, and this was the game. Like, I finally got my hands on it, and it had me turn off my gauntlet run. I was trying to get to gauntlet level 99, but there were no saves back then, so I just left this console on for like 3-4 days at a time.
Oh man.
And I finally got Jordan versus Bird. I was like, oh gosh, I gotta play this. So turned it off, stopped my run.
Not worth it. Michael Jordan in the Windy City is the best Jordan game. There you go.
Yeah, I mean,
I pulled up Jordan versus Bird and they showed me the Tiger Electronics version.
Oh, okay.
The handheld.
Just 2 stick figures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So AC is the last one.
Yeah. Okay. I think I can be good with that.
Okay, so Mario 3, but Mario Advance 4 because we want the extra levels.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the e-reader, I'm not sure how that's all panning out, but
it's on the boat.
We'll just say it was on the save file. We got it used and it was on the save file. Okay.
There we go.
Perfect Dark. And then we got Tears of the Kingdom.
Yep.
Diddy Kong Racing. Smash Ultimate. Pikmin 2. Diablo 2. Turtles in Time. Shredder's Revenge. And Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I think this is a happy list for our desert island.
We're only eating coconuts and playing these 10 games.
I think we're either dying happy or getting rescued happy, whatever comes first.
I would be out snorkeling for games like when we weren't playing, like trying to find
10 games for the rest of your life is not enough.
And I may have spit out both Ocarina and Mario Kart.
I'd be very happy especially if it's the gold kart Ocarina. Yeah.
Forget
about it.
Well, wait, I can't hold that one in my mouth. I could just hold the 3DS game.
Okay. I mean, objectively, that was the definitive way to play. The 3DS Ocarina of Time is awesome.
It's good. Well, then it got me thinking, like, well, wait a minute. What if we do this again, but we have to fit, like, it has to all fit in a suitcase or something. So, like,
tote.
Okay, so NES games are out. Like, you can fit so many of those DS games, but
man, I'm going all GameCube and DS and Switch. Then just no Wii U, no Wii games.
Nothing at that point. So all right, well, hey, we did it. We're on the deserted island. We survived. It was difficult. The raft survived.
Just barely. Just barely.
I feel like I should have made you pull out a 20-sided die to like start rolling to see how many games you're allowed to keep or something. But it was great getting you back on the mic and chatting. And I think we're gonna see each other a little more often since since things are mellowing out a little bit for you?
Yeah, writing's getting bigger. You know, we're getting into a rhythm. Things are a ton of fun over here. Ton of fun.
Love it. I love it. All right, man. Anywhere people can connect with you?
I don't know.
All right, perfect.
Maybe, you know, I'm not anti socials. See what I did there? I just actually rejoined the Discord. I'm you know, I'm trying to get back on socials a little bit. My big thing was trying to be present and off my phone. So we'll see how I manage. I'm trying to not spend all of my time on my phones. So
I get it. That's
it's
good.
a
That's
struggle.
healthy.
No, it's a struggle.
Yeah,
It's a
you're almost
struggle.
better off leaving it in another room. Like
I can't. I'm addicted. It's tough. It is tough.
like literally before we went live, I scrolled a video on TikTok, and I don't know if it was TikTok or Twitter, but there was a dad on his phone, and the kid walked up wearing a dinosaur costume and just kicked his phone right out of his hand. Like I was
That's
like,
funny.
yo, that's kind of perfect. That
is
kind of
perfect
right there.
It's
So
yeah, and you know, I'm not knocking. I'm guilty. That's why I had to delete all these apps, because I don't have the willpower to just set like a timer in my mind, or even like the phone timers you can set. Like I'll just
right.
type my password in and bypass it. Like I don't have the willpower to do that. So the only way was for me to get rid of the temptation.
Gotcha.
And it's helped. So I'm gonna see if I can slowly start bringing stuff back without going crazy and wasting hours of time.
Just put the ones that waste the most time only on your desktop or your laptop, and then
There you go. Yeah,
then
because
you can just
I'm
check them.
hardly ever on that. Yeah,
There you go.
that's a smart idea.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us live, and we will see you in the next one. Bye now.